Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hafidi from the island of Guam, way out here in the Pacific Ocean. I'm Joe Guam, and this is my daily report of how I'm going through the carnivore diet to try and help me resolve my respiratory reflux. Just to start this off again, like I need to, everything, I'm just a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional in any sense. I'm not a dietitian or anything. I'm just a guy who has laryngopharyngeal reflux, respiratory reflux, and I have symptoms of the throat and the nose area and the voice area. And then I've been led to, after a bunch of research, I've been led to the carnivore diet, which is just meat only, beef, salt, and water. So please consult your doctor, do what you got to do. But this is in no means intended for medical advice or health advice. I'm just documenting my journey through. And if you have any similar challenges in your life and this can help you at least get in a direction to go talk to your doctors or see what I did, I really hope it does. So let's get started. We're now on day 2. We just finished day 2. It's the morning of day 3. So good morning, everybody. Here's the day 2 results. Overall, it was a good day. So this is 2 good days on this carnivore diet. All I'm eating, again, just to recap, is beef, salt, and water. That's it. I'm eating ribeye steaks. Salt, I'm using kosher salt. I did order the Redmond real salt, but it hasn't come in yet. And water, I'm drinking alkaline water. And our water, the water specifically that I'm drinking, comes from the tap water, goes into the Berkey filter, and then out of the Berkey filter, it goes into a Serra alkaline filter pitcher filter, and it charges it to about a 9 to 9.5 pH for alkaline water. So yeah, overall, it was a good day yesterday. I didn't have any reflux last night again. Normally, if I have reflux, I could feel in my throat, things coming up. It'll wake me up, and then I'll have to drink some alkaline water to kind of settle it all down. But yeah, I don't have heartburn. Thankfully, I don't have heartburn. I don't have the issues with that acid liquid coming out. It's more about the gases coming up to my throat. So last night, no reflux, thankfully. But the one thing to share that I've noticed the past 2 days on this now, it's really phenomenal how the energy really improves almost instantly after eating. So like, for example, if I go, I don't eat till I'm hungry. And so if I go like 8-10 hours without, not having my meal, by the time I eat, almost instantly the energy comes back after eating, the fat from the ribeye steaks, the animal fat, the good fats. Almost instantly the energy comes back and I feel so much better. It's crazy how that happens. That's never happened to me before, before the carnivore diet. So it's kind of cool to know that what I'm eating is actually really replenishing me and giving me energy. My weight for today, this morning, was 188.6 pounds. So that's what I weighed in. That is about 3/4 of a pound more than I was yesterday, right? I believe. Yes. Yeah. So yesterday I weighed in at 188 pounds. So now I'm 188.6 pounds. So just a little bit over half a pound. I don't have any pain in my digestive tract, thankfully. Soreness in my throat. Yesterday, my soreness in my throat was a 6 out of 10. When I say soreness, for those of you with respiratory reflux or LPR, you'll know that the enzyme pepsin gets into your throat, latches onto the walls, and creates excess mucus. And then if anything acidic passes through, it starts doing its work and causing inflammation and some pain. So in terms of pain in my throat, yesterday I was a 6 out of 10. And today, actually, I'm kind of like a 4.5, 5 out of 10. Definitely not as much pain in the throat as yesterday. So it's better, which is awesome. That's a good trend. I still have clear nasal mucus. You can kind of hear. Still sounds like I'm a little bit congested, but there's no illnesses in there, and anything comes out, it's just clear. My voice is still a little hoarse. So that's still coming around. We'll see if that resolves. Hopefully it does. And I still have a little feeling of globus, which is a lump in the throat, than yesterday. It's less than yesterday for sure, but it's still in there. So we'll see how that goes. In terms of stool, if you're just watching this for the first time, stool with the carnivore diet is a big topic. If you look it up, lots of people talk about stool. So in terms of stool for me, on day 2, I had a pretty big stool deposit. It was quite hard too. And if you watch, videos like from Dr. Anthony Chafee, by the way, if Dr. Anthony Chafee, if you're watching this, thank you so much for all the publications and posts and contents you've made to help us guide us through this. So if you watch videos from him, he'll say if you're not eating enough animal fat, your stool will be really hard. And that's the way it was for me when I was on the low acid, low fat diet and also on the fast track diet. My stool was incredibly dry and hard. So if you're not eating enough animal fat, it's dry and hard. If you're eating just enough, it's soft and normal. And if you're eating too much, it's really, really soft and almost watery. So day 2 in the morning, I had a big, quite hard stool. I think that's expected because that's most likely all of the fibers from the vegetables and plants that I was eating before I started the carnivore diet. So finally getting that all on my system, which is great. And then I had about lunchtime yesterday, I had just a very small stool deposit, so to speak. And it was just a very watery. So it's kind of weird. It's like little watery, little small. Anyways, that's enough of that. I'll let you know if that all changes within the next couple of days. According to Dr. Anthony Chafee, it's expected even if you don't have if you don't put out some stool for a couple of days, and that's okay. It all depends on your body and what it needs and how it's digesting and taking it. I just drank alkaline water all day, as I mentioned to you, but here's my meal breakdown. No breakfast. Yesterday, I woke up and my daughter had her swimming lessons, so we went down to the beach for her swimming lessons, and I did a 1,000-meter open water swim. So by the time we came back, I ate kind of brunch or lunch at around 10 a.m. So really either late breakfast or early lunch. And so I ate at 10 a.m. And note that me eating at 10 a.m. Had been 22 hours since my last meal, which was day 1 of lunch. I wasn't hungry. It literally took me 22 hours to become hungry. So 22 hours. I ate at 10 a.m. I ate the 10-ounce leftover ribeye from the lunch before that I couldn't finish because I was too full. And I also ate a 12-ounce New York steak. Here's one thing that's crazy for me. When I ate lunch the day before, I was super full and the steak didn't taste good anymore. It was getting kind of like, I don't like the taste anymore. And Dr. Anthony Chafee says, your body's natural response to tell you to stop eating is to change the taste of the food that you're eating. If you're hungry, it'll taste amazing. If you're not hungry and you're full already, it won't taste good. That's what he preaches all the time. And sure enough, that happened. Day 1 of lunch, I was so full. The steak did not taste as good as it tasted at breakfast, day 1. So I didn't eat anything. 22 hours gone by, sleep and breakfast and everything and doing my swim. I guess I was on a 22-hour fast. It wasn't scheduled that way. It's just I wasn't hungry and I went for my swim and I came back and ate. I was hungry when I came back from my swim. And boy, did that ribeye taste amazing. So I ate the ribeye, then I ate the New York steak. And towards the end of the New York steak, it started to not taste good anymore, which is interesting. So that was for kind of my brunch at 10 a.m. And then I didn't eat anything from 10 a.m. until dinner. For the very first time in a long time, I went out and ate dinner at a restaurant with our family. And we went to a steakhouse and I ordered a 12-ounce ribeye steak. And I was very specific to tell them to cook it with salt only. I actually used the term allergies because Truly, I have found that there are things that I eat that cause me some serious gas, and that gas causes a lot of pressure for me and brings up the reflux. So, by definition, that's an allergy for me. So, I was clear to say, hey, I have some allergies. I have a very specific diet. I'm ordering this ribeye, and please tell the chefs, do not cook it with anything else but salt. No oils, no butter, nothing, no pepper, nothing, just salt. So the chefs came out and asked and clarified, and I told them yes, specifically, please clean the pan, no oils, no nothing, literally just render the animal fat that's on the steak, use that and salt. So it came out perfect. Our server was amazing. So shout out to Warren at Lone Star last night here on Guam for making it perfect. It was amazing. And again, I hadn't eaten since 10 a.m. that morning, and sure enough, I took one bite of that ribeye steak and it tasted amazing. So that's what I had last night for dinner, a 12-ounce 12-ounce ribeye steak. Then I came home and slept a good 7 hours last night with no reflux. So that's 2 good nights of sleeping with no reflux. Man, it's really exciting and promising. That's day 2 in the books. I was woken up twice in my sleep last night from outside noises, the animal noises, which is kind of funny. But yeah, other than that, that's day 2 in the books. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 3. Thank you for following along on the journey, everybody. And again, if you have any questions, please put in the comments below. I don't care about clicks or likes or shares or views or anything. I don't care about that. I'm doing this to try and create a community, especially here on Guam, for people who may have reflux or may have some issues going down this digestive tract and other types of things. So this is just documenting my journey through it. If this helps you, if you have any questions, put it in there. I'll try my best to help along the way. As we say here in Guam, Hafide, Sidus Mas, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 3 results.